Me, the crown prince, the national teacher advised him to be content. Having these spoiled fruits is good enough, but apart from the taste, these don't seem to increase cultivation. Shouting noted, national teacher, should we still pick them up? Of course, replied the national teacher. Just for their rarity and flavor, believe me, these spoiled fruits could be traded for favors from many strong cultivators. Half a day passed, and the national teacher and crown prince formally met Luo Chinchua, recognizing their waist badges. Luo Chinchua realized they were genuine. I've heard that sects within Red Sun King country must pay a protection fee every year and send troops during wars. So, are you two here today to collect money or people? Upon hearing about collecting money, Yaifeng saw it as a perfect opportunity for squandering. However, the national teacher clarified, Red Sun King country doesn't have such traditions. We only occasionally ask for manpower to defend against external threats, but we never collect money. Yaifeng was eager to give money away. No, you must take something. Our sect lacks everything except money. Xiaoting was baffled, who insists on giving money away. Luo Chinchua, puzzled, asked, then what brings you here? Xiaoting turned serious. We're looking for a pill god. We've heard about the recent alchemy conference. Where a pill god appeared. We need this pill god to concoct divine pills. Crucial for the safety of our kingdom. Luo Chinchua glanced at Yaifeng. Is the pill god you're looking for the one who crushed a divine pill into mud? Yaifeng, feeling guilty, was ready to leave. You two chat. I hope you find that pill god soon, and it's true they've come to the right place. But the problem is, I can't help even if I want to. It was the system that helped me concoct the divine pill. However, before he could make his escape, junior brother Wu Fong stepped forward and said, Senior brother, are they talking about you? What was that divine pill you concocted in Heavenly Elixir City? The next moment, the national teacher and crown prince slowly approached. Junior brother, why did you reveal my identity? Both the national teacher and crown prince were stunned. He's the pill god. Wu Fong was delighted. He had revealed Yaifeng's identity, hoping to put his senior brother in the spotlight and expecting some gratitude. However, he was met with a deathly glare from Yaifeng, causing Wu Fong to quickly take his leave. Senior brother, I'm off first. Yaifeng was left with an expression of grievance while the national teacher and crown prince putting together various clues. Indeed found them all consistent with the rumors about the pill god. Luo Chinchua then stepped forward. Compared to other kingdoms, Red Sun King country has been quite fair to the sects. It's only reasonable for us to offer our modest support. Hearing his beautiful master speak, Yaifeng readily agreed. Of course, but I don't need to personally handle such a trivial matter. He called over Little Blood and asked the system to create 7-9 pattern divine level tribulation breaking pills, costing 230,000 Prodigal points. Yaifeng was shocked. What 7 pills cost 2,340 divine level jars? Isn't there a 1% chance? Meaning 1 guaranteed per 100 jars? The system, too tired to retort, said, you must have been taught math by a physical education teacher. Yaifeng admitted his lack of knowledge, I should have studied harder. Little Blood arrived, looking puzzled. Luo Chinchua realized what he was thinking. You're not planning to have Little Blood concoct divine pills. Are you? Yaifeng assured her, no problem. She can do it. At this moment, Xiaoting came over. Young master, are you also a divine level alchemist? Little Blood kicked him instantly, with breasts this big in front of you. Are you blind? After a moment, Yaifeng gave Little Blood all 7 tribulation-breaking pills, instructing her to consume them to break through, but to control her power and avoid ascending. After eating the last pill, Little Blood's strength reached that of an ascended great demon, but her spiritual power continued to surge. Yaifeng, alarmed, urgently advised her to suppress her spiritual energy to prevent ascension. Fortunately, Little Blood managed to control it at the last moment. The national teacher was utterly bewildered. She became an ascended great demon just like that. Luo Chinchua, curious. asked Yaifeng. What kind of pills did you give her? Yaifeng explained, they were tribulation-breaking pills. Consuming one can help overcome a single heavenly thunder tribulation. 7 pills were just enough to bring Little Blood's cultivation to the peak of ascended great demon strength. Luo Qinchua was astonished. I've never heard of such pills before. Zhao Ting remarked in awe, no wonder he's called the pill god. Suddenly, I don't feel like cultivating anymore. The national teacher was even more stunned. It feels like my life and death struggle through the 8 thunder tribulations was pointless. Luo Qinchua then inquired, do you have more of these pills? Yaifeng reassured her, don't worry, master. Everyone will have them, even little yellow dog. I prepared for everyone. At this moment, the true form of Little Blood appeared. She joyfully sensed her newfound power as an ascended great demon, a spectacle visible to everyone. Golden Will Envious said, this is a treasure that transcends the heavenly thunder tribulation. How many more treasures does young master you have? In the main hall, Little Blood was gracefully dancing to celebrate her breakthrough. The national teacher, beside himself with envy, lamented, why does a great demon get such good treatment? I really don't understand. Zhao Tim cautioned him, don't get too worked up, despite Little Blood's advancement and strength. Luo Qinchua was still a bit concerned. After all, alchemy skills don't necessarily correlate with combat ability. So, she asked Yaifeng to accompany Little Blood to the Red Sun King City, with Luo Qinchua's request. Yaifeng readily agreed. Sure, let's take a trip to the royal city, and let's bring Old Bai along this time. Half an hour later, several elders looked at the excited Little Blood with envy. Not only had her strength improved, but she also bypassed the thunder tribulation. Old Bai, however, was not as envious. Who would have thought this time Yaifeng picked me? He exclaimed. Old Xia cautioned him, don't get ahead of yourself, you're not that favored. Luo Kai rolled his eyes. You two sound like concubines and harem. Soon, Yaifeng and the group were ready to depart. The national teacher's flying spiritual artifact was unique, shaped like a house. Yaifeng was impressed. That's quite sophisticated. Thus, they departed on the house-shaped flying spiritual artifact, not forgetting to say goodbye to Luo Qinchua. Luo Qinchua just hoped Yaifeng wouldn't bring back any more people. The sect was getting crowded inside the flying artifact. Yaifeng relaxed and turned to Old Bai. Do you know why I brought you along? You're too weak. You need to cultivate diligently so I can help you ascend. Old Bai nodded profusely. Yes, thank you. Young Master Yi, for giving me this opportunity. Meanwhile, the national teacher and crown prince were slumped by the window. Sign. Yaifeng, puzzled, asked, what's with you two? Shouting replied casually, it's nothing. We just want some peace. It turned out that learning about Yaifeng's experiences over the past few months had left them feeling overwhelmed and somewhat envious. Suddenly, the house shook violently, startling the national teacher and crown prince. Yaifeng quickly checked with the system to find out what was happening. It appeared that a war god from another country was attempting to assassinate Crown Prince Xiaotang. Yaifeng was excited by this development. This is like a classic assassination plot. How interesting, but the Red Sun King country's security is really lacking if its crown prince can be so easily targeted. Outside, a war god from Thunder Martial Kingdom, named Yi, laughed menacingly. He called out to the house. Zhang Dongfeng, hand over the crown prince, and you can keep your life, recognizing the voice. The national teacher knew it was someone from Thunder Martial Kingdom. Yi continued to taunt them. Zhang Dongfeng, why so silent, hand over the crown prince. Yifeng instructed Little Blood to deal with him. The next moment, Little Blood appeared before Yi, sitting atop her heavenly tier furnace cauldron. Yi pulled out a photo for comparison. Aren't you that Blood? There's the mantis? The photo showed Little Blood's previous fierce appearance. A bit embarrassed, she explained. Yes, that's me. But that was when I was still naive. Yi burst into laughter, looking at how docile you are now and holding that broken cauldron. Have you been turned into a meat cauldron?